Hi gang, today we're making chicken cheese enchiladas. In a minute we'll go over the ingredients. Okay, let's go with the ingredients that we'll be using. We're going to be using 3 chicken breasts. I went ahead and sauteed the chicken in a frying pan, and I like to use Fiesta's Fajita Seasoning. It's a shake-on seasoning, and I used that on top of the chicken while I was sauteing the chicken. And when it was done, we went ahead and cut it up into strips, and that's what you see there in front of you. We're also going to be using 4 medium onions. We went ahead and sauteed the onions down till they became nice and golden brown, and boy, they smell good. We're also going to be using 2 10-ounce cans of green chili sauce. I and my family just like the green chili. You can use red chili sauce or whatever you like. We're also going to be using 2 10-ounce cans of cheese sauce. This cheese sauce, one can had, I think, nacho flavoring in it, and the other can was just a plain cheese sauce because we didn't want it to be too peppery. We're going to be using 24 floured tortilla shells. These shells you can buy in just about any store. The reason why I'm saying 24 is because the way and the amount of ingredients that we're using here, you usually get almost 2 dozen. We're also going to be using sharp cheddar cheese, or whatever type of cheddar cheese you like. This is a shredded cheddar. You can get them in bags at the store, usually 12-ounce bags, 16-ounce bags, or whatever. Again, this is something that it depends how much cheese you like to roll up into tortillas or whatever. That's the ingredients. When you have them all made, we'll put them in a 350-degree oven, probably bake them for maybe 30-45 minutes at 350. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and make the enchiladas. I'm going to use a non-stick spray here, and we're going to go ahead and spray. Let's see if we want to tip it. We're going to go ahead and spray this. So, there we go. All right, we're going to have some help today. Connie's going to come in here and go ahead, and we're going to warm half of the tortilla shells in the microwave. We're going to take a shortcut. Instead of putting them in a frying pan like a lot of folks do, we're going to put them in the microwave. Come on in, Connie. This is Connie. All right, we're going to go ahead and put those in a microwave for, say, a minute. And you keep an eye on them for me. And then we're going to go ahead and start assembling. Okay, we warmed our tortillas. We're going to go ahead and have Connie bring them back to us. If you want to go ahead and get them, Connie, and bring them in. We'll go ahead. We want to say special thanks to Connie and to my wife, Connie. Okay, they did all the prep work and helped us out with getting all the ingredients together. Thank you, Connie. We really appreciate it. He's also operating the camera, so we'll go ahead and let him get back in position. Let's get started assembling our enchiladas. We'll start off, we'll take a little chicken. I don't know if you can see this good. We'll go ahead. I don't like to put too much because it gets too full, and then we'll go ahead and put some shredded cheese. I don't know if you can see that. Then we'll go ahead and put some onions in here. Okay. We'll go ahead and make a little wrap, and go ahead and wrap it up and put it there. We're going to continue to go ahead and make these shells. And Connie, I know you're working behind the camera now, but if you'd like to put the oven on, we'll go ahead and get the oven going, a preheated oven at 350. We're going to go ahead and, all right, put some onion in here. You got to pace yourself with the amount of filling that you put in and just see how thick you like them, how big you like them, and you know, it'll determine the outcome on what you end up with and how many you really end up making. Like this is a nice big piece of chicken, and I tried to kind of give different sizes when we were shredding it. And put some cheese in here, some onions. Then we'll go ahead and roll it up. Okay. We'll do another one. Whoops. Go ahead and with the chicken. You tend, when you're making these wraps and you want to get a nice roll on them, if you tend to come back from center just a little bit, not too much, just a little, and then put some onions in here. It gives you a little more to end up with at the end when you roll it. And you always put the full side down at the bottom That way when the heat gets to them, they stayed shut. What's nice, I'm working in the bowl that or the glass dish that they're going to be baked in. So the residue that falls in the dish actually works out great because it can be served with the enchiladas as you cut them and serve them. Okay, we went ahead and made up our enchiladas. We ended up with 2 full pans, so that's like 24 enchiladas here. So the recipe is good. You just got to be careful when you're making, in the beginning, not to overload the first ones where you don't have enough product to put in them at the end. But we're going to go ahead and pour the chili sauce. This is green chili sauce. And after I pour it, Connor's going to kind of come around and make sure it kind of gets all in the crevices and the cracks. And we'll try to put about half of this, Connor. Then I'm going to come back and, okay, if you can go ahead and kind of stir that around in there a little bit. And there we go, we're pouring this in. And the idea is to try to get them all covered. Okay, why don't you move to the left and I'll go behind you here. And there we go. Oh yeah, that looks great. Man, this is pretty. This is absolutely pretty. Looky here. All right, good. Good job, Connor. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some cheese in here. And kind of, just a little. It just kind of decorates what's going here, makes it look nice, and it makes them kind of melt in and just be real pretty at the end. And in a couple of minutes, I'm going to have Connor put them in the oven. Look at here. Again, this is kind of everybody's got their own method and ingredients and the way they make things and all. I took kind of an easy avenue at doing this. I used cheese sauce instead of mixing together. You know, now we're going to go ahead and do the cheese sauce. Again, I took the easy road. Go ahead and mix this up a little bit. And it's kind of the same thing. We're just going to pour it in. And it'll find its way as it starts cooking too. And I don't usually move the cheese sauce around too much with the ladle because I've already got the cheese in there. I kind of like to put the cheese on last. I mean, you know, second last, and put the cheese sauce on top because it moves the cheese and melts the cheese into the stuff here. Alright, here we go. Alright, Connor, if you like cheese sauce, you could really dip into that. Might move it just a little bit. It gets a little nasty when you start moving this around too much. But like I said, in a minute, I'm going to have Connor go ahead and put this in the oven for us. We sure appreciate having Connor help us out today, along with running the camera and my better half. We went ahead and made up the enchiladas, okay, and we went ahead and put all the sauce and everything on them, and we're going to go ahead and put them in the oven now. So why don't you go ahead and open them up, Connor. Be careful. Now I'm going to go ahead and hand them off to you. Okay, be careful. We're going to put them side by side in the oven, like that. Be careful, it's a nice hot oven. All right, go ahead and close them up. We're going to go ahead and set the timer, okay, for 30 minutes. Okay, we went ahead and set the timer. We're ready to go. We're going to let them in there and see what happens. Okay, Connor, we got them out the oven, and they came out great. We're going to go ahead and get them sliced and into the plate, and you know we have to taste it. What you think? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we got them plated. You want to go ahead and give it a try? Like always.
Oh, good.
Just don't get any better than this.